Greetings everyone. Today I'm going to do my honest review of the Regenyei stirrup sabre. Now, as you can see, the design is based on the Polish Hungarian design from the hilt and from the curved blade. So first of all, I will talk about the specifications. The blade length is 80 centimeters and the total length is 96 centimeters. It weighs about 770 grams. The point of balance is 17 centimeters from the guard. In terms of flexibility, it is a bit more stiff than other blades. Yes, it is a bit harder to flex. I'm having a bit of a harder time flexing it than other blades. But despite that, it is still tournament approved and it is not dangerous at all. And it actually has benefits to it. So that's not a problem. We just have to be aware of it. What is a Polish-Hungarian sabre? It emerged in Poland, Lithuania and Hungary in the 16th century, gained prominence actually with Stefan Batory at the end of the 16th century. In Poland and Lithuania it was used by light and heavy cavalry, haiduks. It was used by pretty much everyone. It was also used in Balkan countries like Transylvania, Moldova, modern-day Serbia, other Ottoman vassal states. And apart from that, it was also used in Russia, actually, by strelets forces, nobility and cavalry. And it was also very popular in Zaporozhia by the Cossacks. It was overall very popular during especially the 17th century. The design of this sabre emerged from other eastern sabres like Tatar, Ottomans or Cumans who migrated to Hungary, and so over time Poles and Hungarians would develop their own form of the sabre. That was a bit of history. From personal experience, it handles really well actually. Like, it is light, because you would think that it's a cavalry sabre, but it depends on the weight, right? These were used, by the way, by both cavalry and infantry. It would just depend on the weight, right? But this one, it's more like an infantry sabre because of the weight. It blocks very well. It's able to go against longsword actually. It has performed pretty well. You don't have much hand protection here, but sometimes that can be good because then you will learn to be more careful with your hands. There is one issue that I personally had, which is that these Regenyei stirrup sabres, they have a thumb ring usually. Mine was cut off, and if you're using gloves like this or sabre gloves, right, then it will be no problem. It actually handles quite decently with that thumb ring. If you want to go against longsword, you can't just go with these sabre gloves. You're gonna have to get rid of this thumb ring because if you're wearing lobster gloves or other more protective gloves, it's gonna get in the way, and it is possible to handle, but you're gonna have to handle this in this grip with the clunky lobster gloves. When you're handling like this and blocking all the time, for me, my two middle fingers here started hurting. If you're only planning to go against sabre with this one and you're having like sabre gloves, then sure, the thumb ring can stay on, but if you're going against other weapons like longsword, I would recommend just sawing it off. Ask someone to do it. And the cost is actually very nice. It costs 220 euros. So it is definitely affordable. It is a very nice price. Yeah, you can see that the design is pretty straightforward. It's very simple, nothing fancy. It's not the most historical design. The real ones would have more decorations here, and obviously it will have a fuller or something up here as well. I definitely do not regret buying this. And actually, not only for starters, but if you really don't care much about the design, because it's a nice design, but it's just not fancy, right? There's nothing crazy about it. It looks good while being simple. So if you're fine with that, I would absolutely recommend this. So I'm going to address some other reviews that I've heard online. On Reddit, which says that this is it's very stiff and it is very hard. It's not nice to fence against, and I will address that from my personal experience and fencing around with it in the club. I've heard no complaints about stiffness or hitting hard. So what could the cause of these issues be? Well, first of all, you could be the problem. Maybe you're hitting too hard on your opponent, which is absolutely unnecessary, right? Or two, you could have got a model that's too stiff, genuinely maybe, and they've made a mistake. Or number three, your opponent can be a softie. They could consider that as a hard hit. So there's a three causes of it. From my experience, there's absolutely no issue with this one. The flex, like there are sabres that are more floppy and more flexible, but there's absolutely no issue in this. It's tournament approved. So overall, I would give this a 9 out of 10. Not a 10 because there's a thumb ring. It's not perfect, but it is definitely recommended.